In this video, I'm going to share with you the most important steps that I took to go from being a completely broke college student making $12 an hour part-time as a lifeguard to making over $400,000 online with one business. And albeit even most would consider this a boring business. And this is not just going to be like the same generic stuff that you see all over YouTube, all over TikTok, all over Instagram from people who haven't actually done anything substantial in their life, just like selling some scammy course from a business model that they don't even do anymore. And just being fully transparent with you guys here as well in this video, this is probably not like the easiest path. And in fact, you probably shouldn't even be looking for that, because this is not going to be something where you can just buy my course and you can change your life, or you can click a button and you're just going to make 10 grand a month. Like, no, this is the raw truth on how I've personally managed to make over $400,000 in personal take home income, and how you can do it as well. But you must be somebody that's hardworking, that's hungry, that's committed, and that's ambitious. And if you're not that, then what you should probably do is you should just click off of this video now. You should go watch some other videos from some other gurus pushing their garbage like side hustles or business models. You should try those, fail with those, and then you can come back here later when you're ready to take this shit serious. So with that being said, what actually is it? Well, first things first, it's a skill. And if you haven't noticed already, the way that you make money is by acquiring skill sets. If you're not making 10 grand a month right now, it's because you are not worthy of making 10K per month in the marketplace right now. And the only way that you become worthy is if you solve painful problems for people. And the only way you're going to be able to solve painful problems for people is when you have high income skill sets. So I came to this realization after I tried a couple different business models and failed with them. And I ended up sticking on doing high ticket sales. Specifically, just getting started, I started off with high ticket appointment setting. And so the kind of whole idea around what I'm sharing with you in this video is building the skill, and more specifically building the skill of sales, because every business on the planet sells something. And if you learn sales and if you get good at sales, you become infinitely valuable in any industry and pretty much in any time. It's like recession proof and all that stuff. So with that being said, high ticket sales is the skill that I use to make over $400,000 in personal take home income. And basically, what sales is you first start off as an appointment setter for businesses that are selling something $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Again, high ticket sales. And I started off as an appointment setter. My first month after doing it, again, after failing with a couple different business models, my first month of actually taking it serious and locking in, I made about $3,000, which wasn't anything crazy, but it completely changed my life because it really opened my eyes to what was actually possible. And keep in mind, I was doing this while still in college and while still working a part-time job as a lifeguard. So if I was able to do it, you literally have no excuse. But with that being said, I kept on getting better. I kept focusing on building my skills. My second month, I hit about $4,000, and my third month, I hit $5,000. And then kind of off of the back of that, I had a business partner reach out to me. He said he wanted to start a business, and he gave me a ton of equity inside of his business. And he asked me to do all of the appointment setting and all of the closing inside of his business. And that's how I got to making 15 to 20K per month, which allowed me to make over $400,000 in personal take home income. Anyways, you start off as an appointment setter. That's level one. All you're doing is you're setting appointments and you're setting meetings for business owners. So you're either managing DMs or you're dialing leads. Super, super simple. You basically just follow like a script. You have to have some ability to talk outside of the script, but pretty straightforward. And then once you're advanced enough and once you do that for a little bit, then you can go into doing closing, or you can do what I did, which is doing closing and appointment setting at the same time, which is obviously pretty hard. And it takes a lot of work, but $400,000. But closing is now, instead of setting the appointments, you're actually the person that gets on those appointments and closes the deal. So it's just a little bit more advanced, and you usually as a byproduct get paid a little bit more. Now, with that being said, a lot of people, like, you might have even heard of high ticket sales. A lot of people are starting to talk about it more and more, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. But what they don't tell you is how to actually get clients and how to actually do work. And they don't do this because they, hide that stuff inside of their course or whatever. But with that being said, the best place that I've personally found to find clients and work with clients from what I've personally experienced and what my students have experienced is by using Instagram. Now, I don't know your opinion on Instagram. I know for me, when I was first getting started, I didn't really like the idea of using Instagram, but you got to get over that because it's by far the best way to land high ticket sales positions. So if you're somebody that, is fine with Instagram, cool. If you're somebody that like hates it or has deleted it to focus on like self-improvement like I did, just get over it. Just don't get addicted to it. Set like limits or whatever. you need to do. But basically, you want to use Instagram, and you want to at least build a decent profile on Instagram. And some people have limitations around this. I personally don't really see any excuse on why you shouldn't have an Instagram profile. Like, sure, you don't want to have to like live this flashy lifestyle and flex all day, but you just need a base where you can build connections and talk with people and network and connect with different business owners. And so you build an Instagram profile, you maybe just get a couple pictures up on there, you get a clean profile picture, you get a clean bio going, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy at all. I have guys in my program that have one profile pic, one picture on their page, couple hundred followers, they're doing outreach in their landing positions. With that being said, then what you're going to do is you're going to start to look for different business owners that are selling something high ticket. And a super easy way to distinguish if somebody's selling high ticket or if they're not is what are they actually selling and what are they offering? So if you go to these people's bios, are they saying DM me to learn more? Because if they say DM me, that means they're using appointment setters. That means they're selling high ticket. If you go to the link in their bio and you go through their entire process, are they selling some $99 course? Are they selling some cheap $20 thing? Or are they saying, hey, book a call with our team and we'll talk about how we can help you? Or are they saying apply to join this mentorship or this program? These are ways that you can just directly look at people's profile and distinguish if they're somebody that you should work with or not. And this is part of the reason why Instagram is so good, is because you can just literally, you can vet somebody just off of their profile alone without even sending them a single message. So what you're going to do is you're going to start finding people like this on Instagram. And basically it's like a tree branch or like a spider web. Once you find one person, you're going to follow them and suggested accounts are going to come up. There's ways that you can just press like a little button on Instagram and it's going to recommend suggested accounts. What you can also do is you can go to that person and you can go to the people that they're following, and it's going to open up more people that may or may not be a good fit for you to work with. Then super straightforward, you're just going to start messaging people after you, again, put an Instagram profile together. Super, super easy. Hey, John, I saw your content on the Explore page and I thought it was super, super valuable. I was just curious, do you have anybody on your sales team, or do you have any spots open on your sales team for appointment setters or closers? If you do, I'd be happy to send over a video introducing myself. If you don't, no worries at all. A lot of people overthink this message. They think it has to be super professional and super, super like they have to spend a ton of effort trying to do it. And this is not the case at all. In fact, the market's shifting a little bit to where you actually want to be non-needy in your message. If you're like, please, I would love to work with you. I have all this experience. I have all this credentials. Can I please work on your team? That actually turns people away because they think you have some sort of ulterior motive. If you actually are just like chill, non-needy, it works really, really well. So you're going to do that. You're going to send over video introductions, and it's just a matter of time. Usually most of my clients, when they actually lock the fuck in and do this stuff, land their first position in 1 to 2 weeks. When they're doing outreach every single day, they're doing 20 to 30, give or take, every single day. Lock the fuck in. They land a position in like 1 to 2 weeks. With that being said, then you're going to actually land the position, and you're going to start off likely by doing appointment setting. But the thing that you need to understand, and this goes back to the principle number 1 of actually building skills and picking the skill of sales, is the way in which you're going to make more money doing appointment setting and doing high ticket sales is by getting better. The offer you're on actually matters quite a bit too, but that's not something that you can directly control right away. Eventually you can, but your goal is to, when you land your first position, just get as good as humanly possible. Do the work, but also build your skills. What this is going to do is it's going to build your reputation. And then you're going to use that reputation to land more connections, to land more job opportunities, to connect with other business owners, to build really good reputation inside of the space as the go-to person. This is what I did, and that's why I had a business owner come to me. He's like, yo, I want to start this business. I'm going to give you half of my business. Just take care of all of the appointment setting, all of the sales. And that's how I made all this money. So that's what you're going to do. And the way in which you're going to get better as an appointment setter is, number 1, doing the work and actually doing the reps and sending hundreds of messages. But also, you want to actually treat yourself like a professional athlete. So if you take some of the best athletes in the world, let's just talk about soccer or football. Ronaldo, Messi. Are these people like, how do these people train? Number 1, they're actually going out in the trenches and doing the work. That's you doing the appointment setting, doing the work. But number 2, 90% of their success is built off of the field, off of the court. When they're focusing on their diet, when they're watching their tape back, when they're strategizing, when they're thinking, like stuff like this. And so your goal is when you get inside of one of these positions and you start making money, literally become obsessed with it. Like think about it 24/7. Think about how you can get better. Let it dominate your mind. If you haven't gotten the permission yet, I'm allowing you right now. Become obsessed with something. Literally obsessed to where other parts of your life that maybe aren't that important, like playing video games or like hanging out with friends that don't actually even care about you. These things go down, you become obsessed with this thing. And this is how true success is built. Then, as you get much better and get really good reputation and start probably making some really good money too, you can do the same thing. You can transition into doing closing where you can make a lot more money. But this is kind of like the idea, and this is a really short summary, but your objective is to basically plant yourself inside of the high ticket industry as somebody that people go to and ask for like help. And you do this when you build really good reputation and you get really, really, really good at what you do. For example, I had one of my students got so good at appointment setting that he actually had a guy in the high ticket space come to him and pay him $10,000 for him to create some course modules for him on how to do it for their team. Like, it's insane. You get really, really good at what you do, and then there's a million different paths. You become a setter, then you can become a manager, a setter manager of all of the other setters on that team. Or you can jump to closing. You can do closing. That's what I did. I did closing and setting at the same exact time. I never managed anybody. Then if you get really, really good and you're on a closing team of like 5 people and you become the best one on there, then you become a closing manager. Then you start getting businesses coming to you asking for advice. Like, this is what happened to me. When I was doing really, really good with my business partner, making 15, 20K per month, a bunch of different other guys were coming to me asking for help. Yo, how do you do this? How do you do that? I started charging them. I started helping them. I started giving insights. And from this, you can basically build, there's no direct path. I'll be fully honest with you guys. There's a million different ways that you can go. And it really just is very situational. But you can, the main thing that you need is just having a skill set and being really, really good at what you do. And when you do this, the doors just open and you just find your way. You basically like just trip your way into making 15, 20, 30K per month. This is after you put in the work. This is after you become obsessed. This is after you get the right guidance and you show up every single day and stay consistent. And this is what it really takes to become successful. Nobody talks about this. They just want to sell you that they have this one path and this is the only thing you need to do. And just buy my course. No, this is what you actually need. And so with that being said, I actually don't sell a course at all. I sell a one-on-one coaching program. I mean, if you don't want to join, I don't really care, to be honest. But if you do, I'd be happy to help you. Inside of there, I provide 3 main things that could help you out quite a bit. Number 1, you get direct one-on-one access to myself, where I help you go through this entire process and I help you navigate based on the situations that come about. So if you start making like 5K per month as an appointment setter, and then you're getting opportunities, you're getting connections, and you don't know like what path to go down, what's the most strategic, that's where I come in and help you. Or obviously, if you're struggling in the beginning stages, I come in and help you. The second thing you get is I've been running this for a while. I've been posting content about high ticket sales for a little bit of time now. And so I have a community of guys that are all in the same journey as well. Some of which who are in the beginning, they're making like 1 to 3K per month. They're still getting started. They're still building their skills. And then some of which who are dusting that, like my boy Callum, who made 10K as an appointment setter in May, which is insane. And then the third thing that you get is job opportunities. So as I've built my reputation and gotten really, really good at what I've done, now businesses come to me and ask me for people that I can place inside of their business. They don't even ask for my skills because they know that they're not going to be able to hire me and pay me, 30 grand a month just to work inside of their business. So instead, what they do is they ask for me to train people and to put them inside of their business. And so with that being said, if you work with me and I'm your one-on-one coach and you join the community and whatnot, then I place you inside of businesses that are looking for appointment setters and closers. And so that can speed up your process of getting on a good offer and getting really, really good. So if you want to join that, you can book a call and you can apply for it by using the link in the description. If you don't, that's cool too. You can just keep watching the YouTube videos. I don't really care. I just create these for fun. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and you guys take care and have a good one. Peace.